Howdy again there, folks. I'm back. Well, I'm tired of that old fiesta. I'm glad it's over with. But now, well, it's Cinco de Mayo. No, friends, I don't always drink beer. But when I do, it's usually on the Cinco de Mayo. You know, a lot of people get that holiday confused with Mexico's independence from Spain. But it's actually Mexico's victory over the French at the Second French Empire in the Battle of Puebla. Later, the French, they regathered again, they reorganized, and they defeated the Mexicans in the Second Battle of Puebla. And I bet a lot of you folks didn't realize Abraham Lincoln was good buddies with Benito Juarez. And they used to go down looking for vampires. They were vampire hunters. Yep, that's right. A lot of people think, nah, that can't be true. I don't know. I read that story in National Enquirer, and I believe it. Another interesting tidbit was when the French invaded the Mexicans the second time and defeated them. Get them, boy! The Americans, under the direct orders of Abraham Lincoln, started sending guns and money to the Mexicans. And guess what? They kicked their frog-eating butts clear out of Mexico. And then them French, they went on up to Canada. That's right, they went and settled up in Montreal and took over all that area up there in France. And they were so grateful for the United States pushing them out because they took over Canada that in 1886, they sent the Statue of Liberty over to us as a gift. And then, with all the leftover iron, they built themselves the Eiffel Tower about 2 or 3 years later in 1889. And Americans kind of upset the French because we said, well, that was a good use of nothing. I mean, what's that Eiffel Tower good for? It's just a bunch of pieces of scrap iron all welded together.
Then later, as the Nazis were struggling to get steel for their war machines, they decided, well, let's invade the French. There's a lot of scrap iron we could use in that Eiffel Tower. Not to mention French labor, too. Well, believe it or not, but when the Americans liberated the French, there was a discovery made of all these secret documents that showed where I almost said Abraham Hitler. Anyways, Adolf Hitler, he wanted to reassemble that Eiffel Tower piece by piece there in downtown Berlin. I also heard that once Hitler found out the Americans were moving into Paris, he ordered the Eiffel Tower burnt down to smithereens. Thankfully, though, we got there just in the nick of time to prevent just that from happening. And I heard that, that's the honest truth, on the Flocky LaGordo show.